Hey, what's up guys, watch out for snakes here, coming back with another video. In this one, I'm talking about how a Roth IRA can make you over $40 million. All you have to do is just watch the rest of this video, hit like, and don't subscribe just yet. If I earned your subscription, make sure you subscribe at the end of the video, and comment below with any other investment tips, ideas, and or videos that you want me to make. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks. This is what $2 million in cash looks like. And this is going to be how you can have it by the time that you retire. All tax-free, because the government doesn't need to be taking your money more than they already do. So, Roth IRA. Roth IRAs are post-tax income, and you're able to invest $6,000 a year at maximum, which kind of stinks because it limits the amount of money you can put in, but it's tax-free, so it's pretty good. And unless you're 50 or older, you cannot put in the extra $1,000 in catch-up contributions. So if you're 50 and older, that's pretty good. You can put $7,000 in, but it's also really bad because you're really late to the party, but rather late than never. So basically, Roth IRA versus traditional IRA. Roth IRA is post-tax, and traditional IRA is taxed, but it's only taxed at the end for the traditionals. So, but that doesn't matter. We're not talking about those today. It's really good to invest early into Roth IRAs because you're at a lower tax bracket, so you're not going to be making as much money. So the taxes won't be taken out as harshly as if you were making more money. So what I was talking about earlier with the compound interest and why this is so important. So let's say you don't have any money to put up front and you're only maxing your monthly contribution to get that $6,000 a year. So it's going to be $500 a month. Let's say that you invest that for 40 years, and let's say that the interest rate is going to be set to 10%. It's a little bit low for the average on the stock market, but I'm just putting it a little bit low because it could always do better. And if there was ever big inflation, then the interest rates would be a lot higher, and you'd be protected against inflation a lot better. So after that 40 years, you would have $2.65 million all tax-free. So that is a very solid retirement. Not many people are going to have that. It's really slow. For these first couple of years, you're not really making a whole lot, and you're contributing a lot more. Still never more than the $6,000 a year because you're not able to. But after about 15, 20 years or so, you can see $343,000. It jumps to $384,000, $430,000, and it just keeps going. After year 30, it's just huge, and the longer you can keep the money in there, the better. Like you're making $200,000-$300,000 a year, and you could stop contributing after about 30 years or so, and saving that money. But at that point, it doesn't make a big difference. And then eventually, in there, depending on when you start, you can start adding that extra $1,000 every month for the catch-up contributions past 50. So you can bring that up to $7,000 a year, which would definitely make not a big difference, but it would be noticeable. And there's that chart. I'll scroll through that. You can pause and look at it if you want. You know, it's not a huge thing, but and then you don't necessarily have to invest just for 40 years. Let's say you keep it in there a long time. Let's say keep it in there for 60 years. You have $18 million. Now, it'd be a little bit hard. You'd be in your 80s around here, assuming you start when you're 20 or 18. Because you can start when you're 18. And I think it's really important that you do because of the amount of compound interest that you're getting. And then let's even just say, let's bump that up to 12% on the interest rate because that's more somewhat realistic. So it's really hard to tell down here, but I mean, you're making a ton of money the first 30 years. And then it's big after that. After the first 30 years, it's just insane. You're making $2-3 million a year after that. Now you'd be in your 60s, 70s, 80s throughout these years though. So that's the only part you have to remember is you're gonna be a little bit older. Not that I'm saying you couldn't have this much money and keep it invested, but you also have to have a retirement to live off of, And, you know, money in the bank doesn't mean anything if you're not enjoying your life. You have to have fun with it. It's definitely not saying to just keep money in the bank for no reason if you're not going to enjoy your life. That is basically a pretty simplified way of how you can get $2 million by the time you retire, all tax-free. Let me know in the comments below if you want a guide on how to save more money per month, how to reduce your spending without increasing your income. Lifestyle deflation is always a good idea. You're living below your means and investing the rest of the money that you have. Remember, you gotta live like nobody else to live like nobody else. You know, not many people want to live below their means or choose to. But those are also the people that aren't gonna have retirements. You know, you can't always be balling out and just wasting all your money. Gotta invest it sometimes. Gotta put it off to the side. The future is more important than the now. Unless you're old. Unless you're like 65. Then the future becomes very important, but not as important because you're running out of time. Not anymore. Like by the time that we get to like 65, we're gonna be looking pretty good. Your technology's gonna be good. Medical advancements, pretty good. I think 65, we're gonna be looking pretty good. They might raise the retirement age. We're looking so good. I'd put a bet on that, but I'm not gonna bet because I'm gonna invest my money and have a good retirement. So no bets. But yeah. Let me know if that was helpful. I appreciate you watching. I hope you take some of this advice to heart. If not, that's cool. You know, you don't have to listen to me. I just think you should, because this is proven stuff. This is all facts and numbers. Yeah. If you don't believe me, I would be more than happy to make a follow-up video explaining some of the reasoning behind it. Yeah. Just let me know what you want in the comments. I'm more than happy to keep making these types of videos. And yeah. Hope you start a Roth IRA. See you guys.